What do you mean by, you want to say a bit more about what you mean by the term heterogeneous power in relation to China?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're right. The concept of China as a heterogeneous power is a foil to the sort of unitary power or coherent and power that is often that China is often depicted as in the West. So in my book, China is a heterogeneous power, meaning, you know, its behavior varies across areas in a couple of ways. First, I think it's very important to recognize that the domestic political economy of different markets in China varies a lot. So we have to look at what the situation is before presuming. So in the 4 cases I study in the book, some markets are much more fragmented than others. And this actually is the core of the explanation why I believe there was more disruption in the iron ore case than there was in the potash case, fertilizer case study. But I think that what interests perhaps, is of interest more broadly perhaps, is that as a result of this variation, this domestic variation in China, China's behavior varies also internationally. And so in different markets, the actors are different. The ministries involved pull and push differently. And despite overarching, despite power centralization, despite overarching directives and ambitions and intent, we see variation across issue areas, and in my case, even more narrowly, across markets. In the same issue area, in the same area of commodity markets, I observe very significantly, qualitatively significant variation across cases. I think this argument is being made by a series of very interesting scholarly publications over the past, I would say, 10 to 15 years. More routinely, the argument is made that China behaves differently in different issue areas. So say climate change versus security versus global trade. China might have deployed various behavioral patterns that differ. So my book contributes to this scholarship, but within one single issue area. And in the political economy sense, we have to pay attention to the domestic determinants of China's behavior abroad to understand why its behavior varies across cases.